to get underway for Game 5 of this 6-game homestand for the Fightin Phils. Right now, the Fisher Cats have won the first of 3 of the first 4. Phils still with an opportunity to at least split this series if they can take care of business tonight and tomorrow as well, as the Phils will be home for a Sunday Mother's Day game at 5:15 tomorrow night to wrap up the series. Alongside my broadcast partner, my broadcast partner is Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool. This is the pregame show, and it is brought to you by Mike's Sandwich Shop. Mike's Sandwich Shop, just down the street from where we sit, right here in the Stadium District at the crossroads of Center Avenue and Burn Street here in Reading. Some of the best cheesesteaks you will find anywhere. Just ask anybody here in the Stadium District. Jake, let's get into a little bit about what's going on with the Phils. Obviously, the loss last night and everything that we built up it to be, which was a pitching duel between 2 very good young pitchers. Sem Robersa, a 21-year-old right-hander and one of the top prospects in the Blue Jays organization. And, of course, Mick Abel, also a 21-year-old prospect and one of the top prospects in the Phillies organization. Unfortunately, it did not turn into that. With those 2 on the mound through 3 innings, it became a slugfest pretty early on. And obviously the bats have been doing a lot of talking in this series to this point.
Without a doubt. And you look at Sem Robersa, you look at Mick Abel. Obviously, neither pitcher had their best stuff last night. But at the end of the day, at least looking from the RFL's perspective, look at a guy like Abel. It's an opportunity to learn. Obviously, looked like something mechanically maybe he was struggling with, so it's a chance to get back in today, watch some video, work with pitching coach Brad Bergeson, and try and iron out that flaw in his mechanics that he may have had last night. Because, look, we all know how good Mick Abel can be. Mick Abel's the number 2 prospect within the Phillies organization for a reason. And he would be number 1 in most organizations, but it just happens to be that a guy by the name of Andrew Painter, who many project to be the next best thing for the Phillies, happens to be ranked right above him. But Abel will be fine. We've seen him have struggles before, and we've seen him bounce back. And his 2 starts prior to last night were the best he's looked all year. Obviously, it's a little bit of a setback, but based on how he responded after his struggles at Richmond opening weekend about a month ago in April, you can feel optimistic that this is most likely it's a one-time blip and he bounces back next time. Because the fact of the matter is, whether you're a hitter or you're a pitcher, you're going to have off nights. Hitters are going to go 0 for 4. Pitchers are going to give up 9 earned runs. It's the nature of the sport. That's just kind of how it is. But on the flip side, both offense in this series have played particularly well. And I don't want the fact that Reading has dropped 3 of 4 to take away from the fact that the bats are still swinging really well. Reading leads the Eastern League in batting average at .260 on the season. They score 4.5 runs per game overall. They're hitting lots of home runs. They're getting on base a lot. That's not the issue. It's just been the pitching, really, because the offense, is there. And we're about a month into the season. I feel like we've had a big enough sample size to know what kind of offense we're going to get. So the question then becomes, how can the pitching continue to grow and develop? And it's going to come. It will come. And I think a lot of it will just become as the starting staff gets some more stability. Because, look, you have yourself a bit of a staff, and then you have a few rehab guys come in. Nick Nelson comes in. Ranger Suarez comes in. You trade Ethan Lindau. So there was a lot of shaking up of that pitching staff, and I'm sure it throws it off. Guys pitching on more than 5 days rest, like we saw with David Parkinson. Guys pitching out of the bullpen when they're traditionally starters, and Parkinson and Tyler Phillips, which are all things that this coaching staff can't control. They're things coming from upstairs from the Phillies. So at the end of the day, the big thing is, I think now is going to be an opportunity to kind of, after tonight's going to be a bullpen game. Christian Hernandez starts, but after tonight, a chance to kind of reset, get back to equilibrium. And you're looking at, Griff McGarry, Mick Abel, Josh Hendrickson, Tyler Phillips, David Parkinson, probably being your 5. And if you can roll those guys out every 5 days and get them into a rhythm, I think you'll see that pitching staff improve, and the wins will come from that.
Yeah, you can start to see the starting staff taking a pretty decent shape for this team. The one difference in this series for the Phils in a win was the game that Tyler Phillips pitched. So I don't think there's any misunderstanding of the fact that the old adage of good pitching is always going to beat good hitting, is always going to win out, and that was the classic case of it. Tyler Phillips was outstanding, had a perfect game going through 5 games, eventually ran out of steam in the 7th, but Taylor Lehman came on and put out the fire, and the Phils took care of business, and they got out of that game with the win at 6-5. But the rest of the series, when you take a look at what New Hampshire has done to this point in time, we are 4 games into this series, and they have scored 42 runs through the first 4 games of the series. Mentioned this a couple of times during our broadcast, that when you look at the lineup and you look at the batting average for this Fisher Cat team, almost every night, Cesar Martin, their manager, has 3, and in tonight's case, 4 batters who are hitting 170 or below. So obviously, somebody was getting the Fisher Cats out before this, but the difference is that the Fisher Cats have been playing home run derby here in FirstEnergy Stadium. They have not gotten cheated a whole lot, and they have made them count.
Yeah, at the end of this week, Orelvis Martinez is going to get the Hunter Goodman Award for the amount of home runs he's hitting against the Fightin Phillies. 4 so far in this series, both coming in multi-home run games. So that's been one thing. But no, it's a Fisher Cat offense that coming in on paper doesn't hit for high average, but it's a New Hampshire team that at least in this series has really exemplified the 3 true outcomes that baseball, whether people like it or not, is gravitating towards: the walk, home run, strikeout. Obviously there's, still teams that like to hit behind runners, play small ball, get bunts down, move runners, or stolen bases. But at least from the small sample size we've seen of New Hampshire in this series, it's been, they've reached base via a lot of walks, especially early on in this series, hit a bunch of home runs, a bunch of extra base hits. They've also struck out a lot. Reading pitchers last night set a new season high with 13 strikeouts. Like I said, New Hampshire's hitting lots of home runs. They're also striking out a lot. So the question becomes, how do we keep getting those strikeouts but lessen those home runs?
It's a Saturday night at the ballpark. There are fireworks to follow. 6:45 is the first pitch. You are listening to and or watching, if you're watching us live on Facebook, live from Tompkins Plaza, the pregame show brought to you by Mike's Sandwich Shop right here in the Stadium District alongside Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool. And the flip side of all of this is that I think this is a Reading team, as you said, they lead the Eastern League in hitting. When it's said and done, last night's game, they put up 6 runs. 6 runs should win you a lot of ball games, but they just haven't been able to do that because the Fisher Cats have been so explosive offensively. But on the other side of that, yes, they put up 6 runs, but they did that in the first 3 innings. From inning 4 through inning 9, they were quiet. Some of that is the Phil's bats. And a piece of that is this is a Fisher Cat bullpen that has been unbelievably good this series and going all the way back to their previous series against Harrisburg.
And Reading hasn't had any issues getting out the fast starts in ball games. Multiple times it's been responding to an early punch from New Hampshire, which they have done a good job of responding to those early punches, but New Hampshire has done a better job counter-punching late in ball games like we saw last night, 2 nights ago, really like we've seen all series so far. And it's a strong New Hampshire bullpen, but the Phils have gotten to the starting pitching of this New Hampshire team. But tonight, to kind of turn the page a little bit, is going to be interesting because both teams are looking to most likely be doing bullpen games. Both teams are starting guys who have little to no starting experience so far this season. So Reading and New Hampshire's bats are in for an interesting test tonight because most of the time you're not going to see a pitcher twice.
And in addition to which, for Reading and their lineup, they will be glad to see back in the 3-hole tonight is Johan Rojas. He has been a very productive hitter ever since that move to the 3-hole. We have given you some of the numbers to back that up. We talked with Al Padrique earlier on in the series in the pregame show, and he kind of had a smile on his face when we started talking about the move to the 3-hole for Johan Rojas, what it has meant for him, and how explosive and productive he has been in the 3-hole. Unfortunately, he rolled an ankle chasing after a ball in the gap a couple of games ago and had to miss the last 2 games, but he is back. He is back in the middle of the lineup. And again, Al Padrique has shuffled the deck a little bit as we get into the batting order in tonight's game. You're going to hear some names that certainly sound familiar, but they're in a little bit of a different position because some of the other guys, most specifically Ethan Wilson, Eastern League Player of the Week, and it's the fickle fate of the game of baseball. Hot one week, cold the next, and Ethan Wilson just hasn't really been able to get it going, and they drop him in the batting order from the 4-hole down to the 6-hole.
And that's just the nature of baseball. One week you're going to be hot, one week you're not going to be hot, but moving Wilson down to the 6-hole, I don't think it's as much of an indication of how he's played this week. I think it's a chance to help him see more fastballs. When you're the 3, 4, 5 hitters, you're going to get pitched around more. A guy like Wilson, you throw him right at that 4 spot. He has that protection behind him, so you know that you can kind of pitch around him, work to the next guy. You move him down the lineup in the 6-hole. The way a pitcher pitches a 6-hole hitter is a lot different than he pitches a 3 or 4-hole hitter. So I think the hope from Al Padrique is to put Wilson in a position where he's going to see more fastballs and can be more successful.
The one guy who really hasn't seemed to have a whole lot of peaks and valleys in this season is the guy who a lot of fans are curious about across baseball, and that's Carlos De La Cruz. I said it before, I'll say it again. He's kind of a unicorn in the game of baseball because he's just so different in the way he is built and the way he goes about things. He's 6'8". He's a very raw player, but he's got an unbelievable talent level to this point in time, and he has shown a consistency with the bat, and he has also obviously shown an incredible amount of power. He hit a bomb last night, hit it off the top of the scoreboard in left center field. So Carlos De La Cruz, whether he was in the 3-hole early, whether he's in the 2-hole, he has consistently been a productive player in the Phils lineup.
Without a doubt. And really, aside from that Portland series about a month ago in April, the power has been showcased pretty much every series. Hartford here, he did really well. Altoona, same thing. On the road at Hartford, and then back here against New Hampshire, he's put up multiple home runs, all of them. And like I said, the power's been there. He's hitting home runs at a higher clip than last year, about every 16 and a half at-bats compared to about every 22 at-bats a year ago when he had 17 home runs between Jersey Shore and here. He's pacing for about 35. Well, obviously, we'll see if he hits that number. Obviously, it's also only May, so weather can still heat up even more than it was last night. And I think the home runs will keep coming. So if De La Cruz stays healthy, he's certainly a guy who can flash power, can hit over 30 home runs a year, which is what you want to see from whether it be a first baseman or a corner outfielder.
Yeah, and I think that one of the things, we have kind of talked about this a little bit off the air, but I think it certainly bears making reference to it, that we don't really see, I think that the guys that we're seeing right now in Reading, we're going to see in Reading for a while. I don't think there's players on this team, even though they have some potential to be looked at a higher level, unless there's a trade of some kind where they're not going to be here, they're packaged somehow in a trade. I don't see them necessarily being advanced up the chain, so to speak. I think the guys you're seeing right now here in April and now into May are likely going to be here into June and July and maybe throughout the rest of the season. And
like we mentioned last night on the Mike Sandwich Shop pregame show, AA is really where you do your most development across minor league baseball. AAA, like we said, it's more where you put the finishing touches on a prospect. You know, we said Aaron Nola did most of his development in AA, had his finishing touches put on in Lehigh Valley before being shot up to the Phillies in 2015. And I think it's the same concept with a lot of the top prospects on this team, is that they want them here all year to really develop. And you look at a lot of the, quote-unquote top prospects. Rojas spent a lot of time here last year, yes, but De La Cruz came up midseason. Wilson came up as well. Mick Abel came up later in the season. So at least from the Phillies' perspective, all these guys are still very young, all south of 23 years old. There's zero reason to rush them. And I think for the team chemistry standpoint of things, I think it's important for this group of guys to play together for a long time because, you look at your Howards, Utley, Rollinses, your Burrows. You look at that 2016 Phils team where a decent bit made their way to the majors with the Phillies. You want those top guys kind of sticking together because if that's going to be a core that you rely on in Philadelphia for a long time, you want them to play together. You don't want to advance one just for the sake of advancing one. If you can keep them together, you want to as long as you can.
So as we wrap things up tonight on our pregame show, again brought to you, as Jake said a moment ago, by Mike's Sandwich Shop. Just a little bit of a look ahead. Phils will be back in action here tomorrow. It is Mother's Day. All women will receive a pink hat. Kids get to run the bases. It'll be a great day to bring mom out to a baseball game. 5:15 is first pitch. And then the Phils will go on the road, but the stadium will be empty. There'll be more baseball here on Monday night. The Berks County Championship game will be played here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The teams are now set. The Governor Mifflin Mustangs, the Wilson Bulldogs. Big rivalries in every sport, and they'll battle one another on Monday night, 6 o'clock here at FirstEnergy Stadium for the BCIAA Baseball Championship. Should be a good one as well. Hope you can make it out. It's either Sunday, Monday, or bring them both for baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium. That's going to do it for our pregame show down on the plaza. We'll take a break. When we come back on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network, it's time for lineups and first pitch of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats taking on the Reading Fightin' Phils. International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit ourphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phil's Fan Road Trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phil's fans, see an Our Phil's road game, meet with an Our Phil's player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phil's road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phil's in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phil's player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phil's Fan Road Trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. FirstEnergy Stadium is the site, baseball town, America's classic ballpark, and the Reading Fightin Phils taking on the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Cats are 16-14. Phils now at 11-19 after New Hampshire won it pretty easily last night when it was all said and done by a final score of 14-6. This is Game 5 of the 6-game homestand between the Phils and the Cats. New Hampshire has won 3 of the first 4. It's time for our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for New Hampshire. They'll lead off with Dylan Rock tonight, third different player who has led off for New Hampshire in this series. He's in left field. Miguel Geraldo, is batting second at second base. Damiano Palmigiani is at third and at batting third. Relvis Martinez in the cleanup spot tonight. He's DHing. Luis De Los Santos is batting fifth. He's at shortstop. Batting sixth is the catcher, Phil Clark. Batting seventh, right fielder Sebastian Espino. Batting eighth is first baseman P.K. Morris. At batting ninth, center fielder Zach Cook. They will be facing Fightin Phil's right-hander Christian Hernandez.
Christian Hernandez, who has predominantly come out of the bullpen this year, making his 7th appearance. He's 1-0 with a 4.05 ERA, 3 earned runs, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 6 2/3 innings pitched. But when you wipe his first outing of the year on April the 15th, he has thrown 6 2/3 innings, given just one earned run, just 3 walks to 6 strikeouts. So hasn't started much this year, does have a lot of starting experience in his past. We'll get more into that in a little bit.
And our first pitch is grounded right back through the middle. Oliver Dunn ranges on the other side of shortstop from his second base spot and gets to the ball and gets the throw there to beat Dylan Rock. And the first pitch of the game results in the first out of the game. The defense behind Christian Hernandez is McCarthy Tatum in left field tonight. Johan Rojas back in his customary spot, back out there grazing around in center field. Ethan Wilson is at right. Carlos De La Cruz at first. Man had just made that play. Oliver Dunn at second. Madison Stokes is at short. Matthew Kroon at third. And Cody Roberts is behind the plate tonight for the Fightins. Christian Hernandez delivering the first pitch to Miguel Geraldo, over for a called strike one. Right back quickly, and this one lifted into center field. Johan Rojas will get his first chance. He'll cruise back to the point at the very middle of center field, and Johan Rojas, without a problem, grabs out number two.
The way the last couple of days have went, 2 quick outs for Christian Hernandez has to feel good, but he has starter experience. Last year, he pitched in 20 games last year, 29 games, 9 starts, but 20 games, 17 starts, and then in 2018, 13 games, 13 starts with the Phillies Dominican Summer League team.
I'll face Damiano Palmigiani, who is 3 for 12 in the series, 2 of those 3 hits home runs. And the second pitch to him is over for a called strike. So he missed on the first, comes back with a strike on the second. So Hernandez working fast, and so far highly efficient. 1-1 pitch. This is outside, and now it's 2 balls and a strike to Palmigiani, who's hitting at .239 on the season. Mentioned the 3 home runs, the 2 home runs in the series, 2 of his 4 on the season. Also has 14 RBIs on the year as he swings and fouls the 2-1 pitch straight back, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And overall, Hernandez has started in exactly half of the games he's pitched in his career. 39 games started, 68 total games.
He'll come now with his 2-2 pitch. Palmigiani drives this one into center field. Johan Rojas will not be able to get it. It will one-hop and off the fence in center field, and Palmigiani will roll into second base with a stand-up double.
And Palmigiani stung that ball too, 107 off the bat. But Rojas kind of started in a little bit, went towards his left before backtracking. You know, not sure if a more direct route to the baseball would have made a difference, but definitely would have given him a better chance. But still, Palmigiani took a pitch up over the plate. It was a fastball that was middle into him, and he just gave it a rip.
So that will bring up Orelvis Martinez. He has been a problem child in this series for the Fightins. As Hernandez takes a look back, comes with a pitch, and Martinez leaned into it, and it looks like it may have got him in the hand. Martinez on the series, 5 for 14, all of them have been home runs. And this one appears to have hit him in the right wrist. And to be honest, he turned and opened up right into that high inside fastball. And so now the training staff and manager Cesar Martin coming and checking in on Martinez.
Luke Green, the athletic trainer, along with Cesar Martin. That one hit Martinez right in the right wrist. Martinez, who has had a terrific week so far, had 2 home runs last night, 9 home runs in the season. That ties him for second across the Eastern League. He will head to first base. But overall, this series hitting 5 for 15. All 5 hits have been home runs, 10 RBI and 5 strikeouts. Like we talked about with Martinez in the pregame show, he is becoming the epitome of what baseball is transitioning towards. 3 or 2 true outcomes, and for him it's home run or strikeout.
So he's now at first with Palmigiani at second, and Luis De Los Santos will step to the plate. One of the few Fisher Cats who have not hurt the Phils in this series. He is 0 for 9. Did not play in the first 2 games, played in the last 2. Was actually on the injured list at the beginning of this series. Activated. And now has played, this being his 3rd straight start, playing at shortstop for the Fisher Cats. 2 on, 2 out, top half of the first. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss at the breaking ball. Count now even at 1-1. We saw this scenario happen an awful lot for the Phils pitchers last night. Got the first 2 outs and then got themselves in trouble on multiple occasions. Hernandez trying to avoid that trap. Swing and a miss again at the off-speed pitch. De Los Santos way out in front of it. Hits at .264 on the season. 6 doubles, a home run, 10 RBIs. He's now behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And again, the breaking ball, strike 3, and Hernandez gets himself out of any further damage in the first. For the Cats in the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. The Fightins will bat for the first time when we come back to Baseball Town.
Gear up for Fightin' Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dogs gear, plus throwback black R-Train R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
The Reading Fightin' Phils will come to play here in the bottom half of the first inning. Our Golden Oaks landscaping starting lineup for the Phils. Back in the leadoff spot again tonight is Madison Stokes. He's at shortstop. Carlos De La Cruz at first base, bats second. Johan Rojas back in the lineup after missing the last 2 games with the ankle injury. Bats third and is in center field. Oliver Don is batting cleanup tonight. Madison Stokes hits the first one hard down the third baseline, off the glove of Parmigiani and rolls into left field. And Madison Stokes will roll his way into second base. First pitch, and Madison Stokes comes up with his 8th double of the year.
Madison Stokes, who leads the Fightin' Phils in doubles as well. And that just one. Look, he hit it hard. Yes, it hit off the glove of Parmigiani at third. But similar like we saw last night, where New Hampshire stung a few balls that were tough plays. When you hit the ball hard, you deserve to get on base. And nice job by Stokes, wasting 0 time to try and set the tone tonight.
So that'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz, 5 for 19 in the series. First pitch to him, off-speed pitch. He's way out in front of it. The rest of the lineup behind Don, who is at cleanup spot. Drew Ellis is a designated hitter tonight. He's 5th. Batting 6th is left fielder Ethan Wilson. Matthew Kroon is batting 7th. McCarthy Tatum 8th. Cody Roberts, the catcher, bats 9th. 0-1 to Carlos De La Cruz. Leads the team in home runs with 7, hit 1 last night off the scoreboard. Now with 15 RBIs with his 2-run home run last night. Misses this pitch outside. The man on the mound for the Fisher Cats is right-hander Nick Fraze. Takes a look back at Stokes, comes to the plate, and De La Cruz hits it hard. Nice play by the first baseman, P.K. Morris. Takes a hit away from De La Cruz, but it is productive in the sense that it moves Madison Stokes to third base with 1 out.
Nick Fraze gets the start for New Hampshire, like you said. Started the season with New Hampshire in a couple of appearances at AAA Buffalo before being sent back down. 1-2, a 5.65 ERA over 7 games, 1 start, this being his second. 14 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 14 hits, 11 runs, 9 earned, 11 walks, 12 strikeouts. Spent all of last year with New Hampshire. He was 2-4 with a 4.85 ERA over 13 games and 11 starts.
So that'll bring up Johan Rojas, again playing for the first time in a couple of days. Missed the last 2 because of an ankle injury. Suffered that one in game 2 of this series. And first pitch to him is inside. The second pitch is down low. Johan now at .304 on the season. 6 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, and 15 RBIs, and a bulk of those 15 RBIs coming since he moved to the 3-hole. He's got a man on third base and 1 out. And big swing at this one, and he fouls it off. The count now 2-1 to Johan Rojas.
Nick Fraze was injured in June of last year, did not pitch the rest of the season. That's why just 13 appearances and 11 starts for him in 2022.
Infield up now for the Cats, trying to cut down the run. Rojas checks his swing. They appeal. He did not go around. And so now it's 3 balls and a strike. Again, Madison Stokes on third base. He doubled. Carlos De La Cruz to the right side. Got the runner to third. Now Johan Rojas will try to get him home. 3 balls and a strike to him. Fouls this one off. Now the count is full. Today's Phil's team leader, brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, is the man at the plate. Johan Rojas, even though he missed the last 2 games, still leads the Phils in hits on the year with 35. 3 balls and 2 strikes to him here. And swing and a miss, and he comes up empty. And a big strikeout there for Fraze, and now 2 down here in the first.
Nice job by Fraze working back in the count after falling down 3-1 in the count. But Rojas missed a couple of days after rolling his ankle earlier this week, so may take an at-bat or 2 just for him to resettle and get his timing back. Had a really good round of batting practice today, though, so the swing's feeling good.
That'll bring up Oliver Dunn. Oliver moved into the 4-hole in today's game. He's hit 2 home runs in this series. 2 of his 3 hits in the series, 3 for 10. And the first pitch to him is a ball. The second one outside, ball 2. So Fraze again falls behind, just as he did with Rojas. He fell behind Johan Rojas 3-1 and got back into it. Actually, the count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Dunn. This one's way inside, and now it's 2-1. Again, the team leaders brought to you by Johanna Arias from Cross Country Mortgage. You can call her at 484-554-9969 or email her, johanna.arias@myccmortgage.com. Another pitch that misses to Oliver Dunn. Just like he did on the previous batter, Nick Fraze falls behind, 3 balls and a strike. Dunn with 15 RBIs on the season. And he misses inside, so Oliver Dunn will get the base on balls. Now the Phils with runners at the corners, and Drew Ellis will bat.
And after the way that Dunn's been swinging the bat the last couple of days, no surprise to see Fraze and Phil Clark, the catcher for New Hampshire, be a little careful with Oliver Dunn. And now Drew Ellis, who's swinging a good bat, protecting Dunn, see if he can get a poke here to put the Fightins up.
First pitch to him is driven into center field. Zach Cook, however, has it sighted up, and he will make the catch for the 3rd and final out. For the Phils in the first, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left, 1 complete in Baseball Town. Fisher Cats nothing, Phils nothing.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Well, Saturday night baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium, and it's already a vastly different complexion than it was a night ago when 2 teams combined to put 7 runs across on 5 hits. We're scoreless as the Fisher Cats come to the plate here in the top half of the 2nd inning. Phil Clark will lead it off against Christian Hernandez. And the first pitch is just inside, ball 1. Home plate umpire tonight is Austin Snow. Ethan Gorsak is at first base. Andy Simons is at third base tonight. 1-0 pitch to Clark is driven into right field. Ethan Wilson will take a couple steps back, will not get there as it one hops off the fence. Clark trying to get it to second. Throw in is in plenty of time. Ethan Wilson from the track in right center field throws him out as Madison Stokes applies the tag.
Ethan Wilson's first outfield assist of the season. And a couple of things on that play. Wilson, I don't know if he had the best read on it right away, but he did a great job sitting back and playing it off the wall. Clark, when he rounded first, was a little indecisive because he thought Wilson got to it really quickly. Should I hold up? That indecision killed him as Wilson fired a strike to second base to get Clark by a good 5 or 6 steps. Also, great job by Stokes. Leaves the bag, goes towards the baseball, but stays in the line to get the tag down.
So Clark obviously will get the hit, but thrown out at second base. 9-6 on the scoring from Ethan Wilson to Madison Stokes. Sebastian Espino now bats. And Hernandez gets himself in a 1-1 spot, comes back with a 1-1 pitch and misses outside. Espino, a 170 hitter on the season. He's 3 for 9 in the series, but it was one of them, a very impressive one, as he hit one off the top of the rail, the sign on the Redner's Event Center in right center field. It was his only home run of the year. 1-2 pitch, tap towards short. Stokes ranges to his left, makes the throw in time for out number 2. And just like he did in the first, Christian Hernandez has retired the first 2 batters with obviously some help from his defense, as now P.K. Morris will bat for the Cats. Morris at 152 on the season. The last 4 batters in the New Hampshire lineup, combined with the cleanup hitter Elvis Martinez, 5 players hitting at 170 or lower in terms of individual batting average in this Fisher Cat lineup. Hasn't slowed them down at all so far in this series as Hernandez gets the first pitch over to Morris and then comes back with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that's up a bit high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Morris was on base 4 times last night thanks to 3 walks and a single. 1-1 pitch to him, just misses inside, and now it's 2-1.
Hernandez at 22 pitches right now, season high 38. So definitely, as long as he stays out of trouble in the second, definitely at least another inning out of him.
Comes to the pitch here. Roberts, the catcher, and I think Hernandez as well thought they got the breaking ball over for a strike. Home plate umpire had a different thought process, and so now it's 3 balls and a strike to P.K. Morris. And that one catches the outside corner. Now the count is full. We have a double and hit a batter in the first inning, but they got a strikeout to get out of it, and now Morris calls time. Hernandez does work quickly. Three balls and 2 strikes to the batter. This one popped up and out of play behind the backstop and into the seats, and a good crowd coming on hand, it would appear. Fireworks on tap for tonight like they were last night. Largest crowd of the season 24 hours ago, 8,213 here last night. And there's a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and 1-2-3 go the Cats. They did get a hit in the inning, but he was retired trying to stretch it into a double. So the Cats are retired in the second. We go to the bottom of the second, remains scoreless.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today.
Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify.
Fightin' Phil's to the plate here in the bottom of the second inning. Ethan Wilson, Matthew Kroon, McCarthy Tatum due up for Al Padrique's Fightin' Phil's. And a 0-0 score alongside Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool. Crazy Hot Dog Vendor doing his thing. And between the top half of the second and the bottom half of the second, fortunately for tonight, Crazy Hot Dog Vendor with warning track power. Came oh so close, but just ran out of steam.
Needs to hit the weight room, do some arm curls or something. He's about 10 feet short.
1 ball, 1 strike to Ethan Wilson. Pitch way inside on him, and Wilson swung at it and fouled it straight back. Wilson just 2 for 13 on the season. Batting average that was well up over 370 when the series started is dipped down now. It's still pretty impressive at 333. 5 home runs and 18 RBIs. And off-speed pitch, and he's way out in front of it. And Ethan Wilson is a strikeout victim to start the second inning. Second strikeout now for Nick Fraze in his second inning work, obviously, for the Cats. 1 down here in the second for Matthew Kroon. Kroon dropped down a little bit in the order. I think Al Padrique just trying to stretch out his order a little bit with Wilson going to the 6th hole, Matthew Kroon going to the 7th hole. Kroon's had a good series. He's 5 for 14 and is now tied with Ethan Wilson for team high in RBIs with 18. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. Fraze quickly right back. And this one ripped and speared out of the air by Palmigiani. Damiano Palmigiani, a full extension dive to his left and took a base hit away from Matthew Kroon.
That one came in fast, 108 miles per hour. And if you're Matthew Kroon, what can you do? You hit one right on the nose. It just happened to not even be right at Palmigiani. He made a great play diving out towards his left. The snare definitely robbed Kroon of a base hit, but still a swing you can feel good about heading back to the dugout if you're Kroon.
Here's a guy who's looking to feel good about something. McCarthy Tatum has been in the throes of a slump right now. His batting average now down to 191 as he bats. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. Second pitch, a weak swing on a breaking ball. Fooled on it, and now the count is even at 1-1. McCarthy in left field tonight. The designated hitter a couple of nights ago. 1-1 pitch to him. And again, cannot time up on the off-speed pitch out in front of it, and it's 1-2. Now he's going to call timeout. McCarthy just kind of feels like he's just trying to feel it, find it right now in the timing. Obviously, he had it early on in the season, got off to a good start. He was batting cleanup for the Phils for the first couple of weeks of the year. 1-2 pitch coming his way. Late swing, but he fouls it off. Stays alive at 1-2.
Action in the Fightin's bullpen. Zach Lingenfelter up and throwing with a lot of conviction, so leads you to believe that Hernandez's day, very strong one, could be coming to an end.
McCarthy Tatum drives one deep into left field, and the slump is over. McCarthy Tatum finds the Seidel Auto Group, and the Fightin' Phils are atop 1-0.
That's got to feel good, really good for McCarthy Tatum. Second home run of the season. Snaps a bit of a slump. Was 0 for his last 12, dating back the last 2 series, but Al Padrique continued to believe in Tatum, puts him in the 8th spot tonight, and he gets a pitch out over the plate, and he drills it over the fence. Off-speed pitch at 82 that he hits 360 feet, 102 miles per hour off the bat to left field, and it's one of those swings that just feels really good.
That'll bring up Cody Roberts. Carlos De La Cruz with a big smile on his face as he greets him in the on-deck circle with the Panama hat that has become the trademark of the Fightin' Phils when they hit one out of the ballpark. Much like the Philadelphia Phillies had their straw hats a couple of years ago when they hit a home run, the Fightins have now picked up that tradition here in 2023. As Cody Roberts bats, it's 2-0 to him. And now up at the letters for a called strike one. And not to my surprise, should not be to my surprise, but I did see those hats on sale in the team store tonight. Doesn't take long. 2-1 pitch. Roberts commits, and it will get called for a strike 2. Trying to check his swing, but even Cody knew he didn't really hold up. Now he'll call time with the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And to our point about McCarthy Tatum, the guys on his team know. They know he's capable of it. They know he's struggling, and that's why we're so happy to greet him when he got to the plate. As Jake said, that had to feel awfully good for McCarthy Tatum to square one up. Count now full for Cody Roberts, and he drives one into center field. Zach Cook going back, still going back, looks up, leaps up, and did he come up with a baseball? He did. Zach Cook climbs up on the bricks of the Redners Event Center and takes away extra bases from Cody Roberts. An outstanding play by the center fielder for the Fisher Cats. And that will do it for the Phils in the second. 1 run on 1 hit, a couple of them taken away by the Cat defense, but the Phils have the lead after 2, 1-0 Reading on top.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
And the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen brings in Zach Lingenfelter. As we said, this is designed as a bullpen game for the Phils, and so the baton is passed from Christian Hernandez to Zach Lingenfelter now, with the Cats batting in the top of the third. The man who made the phenomenal play in center field, Zach Cook, will lead off. His first pitch swinging and grounds it to Oliver Dunn for out number 1 here in the third.
Zach Lingenfelter, his 8th game of the season. 5.87 ERA, 7 2/3 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 7 walks for the righty from Knoxville, Tennessee, 6'5", 220.
And he'll flip the lineup around now for Dylan Rock, who, just like Zach Cook did, grounded out to second base his first time up. Felter's first pitch catches the outside corner with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Phils with a home run by McCarthy Tatum. They also had 2 hits taken away from him. Almigiani took a hit away from Matthew Kruner, line drive, and Zach Cook with a phenomenal catch in dead center field up against the bricks. Took extra bases away from Cody Roberts. As Lingenfelter quickly gets ahead of Dylan Rock with 2 straight fastballs. Rock arguing his point, and now he's going to have to call timeout as a result. As he's behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Rock hitting at 286 on the season as he stepped to begin this game. Now 3 out of 8 on the series with his 0 for 1 tonight. 0-2 pitch coming from Lingenfelter. Fouled out of play. Zach, 6'5", 220-pounder, 26 years old, out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Played his college baseball for the Volunteers. He was selected by the Phillies from the Dodgers as a minor league Rule 5 free agent. Fouled back by Dylan Rock, stays alive. Lingenfelter comes with a changeup. Last year in Double-A for Rocket City, in the Dodgers organization. Lingenfelter, 24 games, all out of the bullpen. 31.2 innings, 38 strikeouts in those 31 and 2/3. No balls and 2 strikes here to Dylan Rock. Tries to get him a chase, and Rock lays off just outside, and now it's 1-2. This one beats this one into the ground, foul. Cesar Martin, the manager for the Fisher Cats, he's in his 3rd year with New Hampshire. He coaches at third base. Chris Schaefer coaches at first. Drew Hayes is the pitching coach for the Fisher Cats. Mitch Huckabee is their hitting coach. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the top batter in their lineup, Dylan Rock. He drives this one into center field. Johan Rojas is on the run. He will not get there. That bounces off the base of the fence. Rock will roll into second base with a stand-up double.
Dylan Rock stung that one pretty hard for the Fisher Cats. That's just his 2nd double of the season, and he hit it right off the facing of the fence and straight away center field. Not really much Johan Rojas could have done on that one. So got a base runner here with 1 out with 2, 3, 4 set to come up. You want to at least get these next 2 outs, and you don't want to see Elvis Martinez until at least the 4th.
Miguel Geraldo will bat. He flew out to Johan Rojas his first time up. Geraldo with 13 RBIs on the season, with a man on second, 1 out. Grounder towards short. Madison Stokes comes up, makes the play, holds the runner, and throws him out at first. So everything good for the Phils in that regard. Runner cannot advance. 2 down now in the 3rd.
Couldn't have drawn that up any better. For man on second, less than 2 outs, 1 pitch. Ground ball to the left side, which holds Rock at second. So now got 2 outs. Going to try and get out of this inning if you're Lingenfelter against Parmigiani.
Parmigiani doubled his first time up. Drove one off the center field wall. Rock takes his lead off a second. Now flinches a little bit. It makes Lingenfelter disengage from the mound. Parmigiani with his 3rd double of the season back in the 1st inning. Got 4 home runs, 14 RBIs on the year. This one lifted straight up in the infield. Who will take charge? It'll be the shortstop Madison Stokes who will squeeze it for the 3rd and final out. So no damage for the Fisher Cats in the 3rd. 1 hit, 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 3rd when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium. It's the Phils 1, the Cats nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Welcome back to Baseball Town, bottom half of the 3rd inning, presented to you by Swartz Culleton. Swartz Culleton proudly sponsors the Reading Phillies. If you've been injured at work, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Top of the order for the Fightin' Phils as they come to the plate here in the 3rd. They lead at 1-0. McCarthy Tatum with the solo home run, the difference on the scoreboard right now. Nick Fraze back out there for the Fisher Cats in this 3rd. Madison Stokes doubled his first time up. On the first pitch he saw, this time he takes the first pitch for ball one. Stokes, as Jake said at the time, with that double, a team high 8 doubles on the season. 1-0 pitch to him is way outside, rolls all the way to the backstop. And that should not be discounted in the sense that Madison Stokes actually was on the development list for the first 2 series, I believe, for the Phils. And it was actually the injury to Barron Radcliffe that opened up the roster spot for him to become a regular. This time he breaks his bat and rolls it foul. The bat rolled right to where Damiano Palmigiani had been playing at third base. And Madison Stokes needs a new piece of lumber.
Yeah, the bat traveled almost as far as the ball, but now, like you said, Stokes starts the year off in the development list. First game was that Sunday against Hartford, had a 3-hit performance, and has really lit it up ever since. When, whether it be Cam Cannon or Pedro Martinez come back, it's going to be very hard to, you're going to have to, Stokes has forced his way into the lineup on almost an everyday base, whether it be at shortstop, whether it be in the outfield, or whether maybe it be as a DH.
2-1 pitch to him is outside for a ball. Again, he originally came into the lineup as a starter in right field with the injury to Radcliffe. And as Jake said, the injury to Pedro Martinez opened up a spot. They needed him at shortstop. That's where he's been predominantly. This time he takes one for a ball, and he works a walk. So he's on base for a second straight time. The leadoff base runner here in the third for the Phils. That's the second walk surrendered by Fraze. I'll bring up Carlos De La Cruz.
And Stokes versatile too. This is 10th game of the year at shortstop. Has 7 games in right, a couple in left. So, like you said, Bob, he can kind of play infield and outfield. So, versatile piece.
Yeah, take off on this one. The throw down is in time, and Madison Stokes is thrown out. Good throw there by Phil Clark. Got it there in plenty of time. I think Stokes thought he may have got around the tag, but he is gunned down at second base, caught stealing, and out number 1 with Carlos De La Cruz at the plate. He waved through the pitch for a strike 1. Carlos grounded out his first time up. Here he tries to check his swing, and they said he went around. So he's quickly behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Holds off on this one as he bounces one up there. Carlos, 23 years of age, 6'8", 210 pounds. He's the number 9 prospect in the Philadelphia Phillies organization. Originally from New York City, he was undrafted in 2017. 1-2 pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for Carlos De La Cruz. As Fraze gets his 3rd strikeout, now 2 down here in this 3rd.
Yeah, recipe to De La Cruz was very heavy off-speed pitch. Also, Nick Fraze up to 41 pitches, his Fisher Cat high this year, because he also had that stint with AAA Buffalo, 43 on April the 18th at Somerset. So there is action in the bullpen, so probably his last inning.
That'll bring Johan Rojas to the plate. He struck out his first time up. Johan now questioning our home plate umpire, Austin Snow, as well. Johan jumped out of the way of it, thinking it was inside. And Austin Snow had a different idea, called it for a strike. So now time called by Rojas. With 2 down here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Late swing here at the breaking ball, fooled it. And now Johan Rojas is quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Johan was 3 for 4 in the game that he ultimately got injured on, game 2 of this series. This one slapped back through the middle. Slow roller. Geraldo waits for it to get there, but still gets it there in time to get Johan Rojas for out number 3. The Phils go in order in the 3rd. We have 3 completes at America's Classic Ballpark in Reading. The score, the Phils 1, the Cats nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit ourphils.com/programs.
To the top of the fourth we go. Zach Lingenfelter back out there for the Fightins. They lead it 1-0. And in the top half of the fourth inning, time for Jake Starr to take over our play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Bob. 1-0 Fightin' Phils, top of the fourth, as Elvis Martinez leads things off against Zach Lingenfelter. 4-5-6-3 due up for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats as Lingenfelter returns the mound for inning number 2 of work. The righty from the windup kicks and deals, and therefore a called strike to Martinez on the outer half. Elvis Martinez hit by a pitch his first time up. As we alluded to earlier, having one incredible series, 5 for 15. All 5 hits have been home runs. 0-1 from Lingenfelter. Line drive towards right. It hangs up. In comes Wilson. He dives and makes the catch. Ethan Wilson put that on SportsCenter. His second diving catch of the series. And that one was a beauty from number 2.
I wouldn't say that either one of these two teams over the course of this series has been brilliant in the field defensively. They have been tonight. They had a great play by Palmigiani, took a hit away from Kroon. A great catch by Cook, took a double away from Cody Roberts. Ethan Wilson threw out a runner trying to stretch a single into a double, and now a diving catch to take a base hit away from Elvis Martinez.
First pitch to Luis De Los Santos, missed in for a ball to the righty. Lingenfelter from the windup on the first base side of the rubber, kicks and deals. At the knees for a called strike, 1-1. De Los Santos 0 for 1 tonight with a punch out in the first. That came against Christian Hernandez, who was strong through 2 for the Fightin' Phils tonight. Here's the 1-1. Chopper towards short. Charging comes Stokes. He fields it with the glove, throws the first in time. 2 quick outs in the third, and that'll bring Phil Clark to the dish.
We were talking when he was at the plate about the versatility of Madison Stokes. What he's done this year for the Phils, predominantly playing in either right or left field and now at shortstop. A season ago in Reading, and it was a shortened season because of an ribcage injury. He played all 4 infield positions last year, and left and center field.
Batter is Phil Clark with 2 gone in the top of the fourth. Lingenfelter works home, ground ball towards first. De La Cruz 1 step back, fields it with the backhand on a friendly hop, and he'll touch the bag himself. And it is a quick 1-2-3 inning worked by Zach Lingenfelter. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Fightin' still up 1-0 on the Our Phils Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
Bottom half of the fourth inning, our Phils still holding a 1-0 lead. I'm Jake Starr. My broadcast partner is Bob McCool. And there's a new arm on the mound for New Hampshire, Juan Nunez, making just his third appearance of the season. 2 innings pitched, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He began the year on the development list and was transferred to Vancouver, and then was received back from High A Vancouver on May the 2nd, and struck out the side in his 2023 debut a week ago tonight against Harrisburg. So he'll get 4, 5, 6 in the Fightin' Phils lineup. Oliver Dunn leads off the bottom of the fourth. First pitch home from the righty. This is tight to the lefty, Dunn for a ball, 1-0.
Nunez pitched in Tuesday's opening game of the series. That was the Tuesday morning game. Just pitched 1 inning, walked 2, struck out 1, did not give up a hit.
Dunn, big swing and a miss. Count is 1-1. So we'll see how long Nunez goes. Nick Fraze went 3, gave up 2 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Count even 1-1 from Nunez to Dunn, who deals. And there for a called strike, count is 1-2. There's also action down in the Fightin' Phils bullpen.
Keelan Kilgore gets up but starts to loosen up for the Phils.
Here's the 1-2. Misses inside with the ball, 2-2. Nunez, a hard-throwing righty. That last one at 97.5 miles per hour. So sit in the upper 90s, could touch 99 at times. 2-2. Goes with a slider, 3-2 the count. Oliver Dunn, another quality at-bat, is tied for 7th across the Eastern League at 20 walks on the season. Already has 1 tonight. The pitch. Outside ball 4. One of the things Oliver Dunn actually mentioned down at the cage today prior to the game was he makes it one of his goals early in games to try and work a couple of quality at-bats. He said it's a good feeling when you can work those quality at-bats, almost as good as getting a hard hit. And Dunn has a couple of those quabs, as they call it, with 2 walks early on in this one. Now here's Drew Ellis, first pitch. Big swing and a miss on a fastball 0-1.
And Oliver Dunn has literally batted all throughout Al Padrique's lineup. He batted second to start the season. Then when Rojas went out and moved to third, he was batting first for a while. Then was batting sixth. Now he's batting cleanup tonight.
0-1. Ellis drives one in the air towards left center. Back goes Cook. It'll be over his head. 1 hop the wall. Around second towards third goes Dunn. He'll get the stop sign. In the second, standing up is Drew Ellis, and it's a no-out double for Ellis. Puts runners on second and third for the Fightin' Phils, and Ethan Wilson up to the desk still with nobody away in the fourth.
Fisher Cats may have had a shot there at Drew Ellis, but they threw it to the cutoff man at shortstop, Luis De Los Santos, and the second baseman, Miguel Geraldo, did not cover the bag. Had he covered the bag, they may have been able to throw and get Ellis at second base, but Geraldo wasn't there. De Los Santos turned to look to throw and saw nobody there other than Drew Ellis rolling in for his double.
Third double of the year for Ellis. Now here's Ethan Wilson with runners on second and third. Infield will play back, willing to trade and out for a run. First pitch. Breaking pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Ethan Wilson is 0 for 1 today, had a strikeout in the second. Wilson overall in the week is just 3 for 14, does have a double. 1-0. Down low for a ball, 2-0. Ethan Wilson coming off a week in which he won Eastern League Player of the Week. Hit .480 on the road at New Hampshire, 3 home runs and 11 runs driven in. For the left-handed bat out of Andalusia, Alabama. He bats with Ellis on second, Dunn on third, nobody away in the fourth. Nunez set at the letters, kicks and deals. That one bounces in front of the catcher, Clark, who blocked it off his left shoulder, and it stayed in front of him, so the runners will stay put, but the count moves to 3-0 to Wilson.
This is a great block by Clark, and it saves a run because Dunn would have scored, and it also would have allowed Ellis to move up to third base with nobody out. So in some ways, depending on what happens here, he could have saved 2 runs.
We'll see if Wilson gets the green light. 3-0. Nunez set at the letters. Here's the pitch. He does get the green light and swings and misses. On a fastball that was a bit upstairs at 95.
Wilson has just been behind on the counts of the fastballs and way out in front of the off-speed pitches.
Still hitters count 3-1. Nunez deals. Upstairs ball 4. Second walk of the inning. That'll load the bases for Matthew Kroon, who is an RBI machine, tied with Wilson for the team lead in RBI at 18. And also we'll get a mound visit here from the pitching coach Drew Hayes for New Hampshire.
We mentioned this last night. We mentioned a little bit, talked about it a little bit tonight in our pregame show, that the Fisher Cat bullpen has been outstanding in this series, and it continued from an outstanding series they had last week against Harrisburg. And technically this is a bullpen game, so I guess you can't say that even though Fraze was kind of a bullpen guy, he was their starter tonight. But now the Phils have somebody who is, by the letter of the definition, a reliever on the ropes here in this fourth inning.
Nunez has not been stretched out much this year either. Nunez, who is in his 7th year in professional baseball, he signed as an international free agent all the way back in 2013 by the Toronto Blue Jays. He's got bases loaded with Matthew Kroon up.
Cats are going to put middle infielders back to try to turn a double play. First and third up to try to cut off a run.
First pitch to Kroon. Ground ball towards third. It's a high chopper. Fielded by Parmigiani at third. Touches the bag, goes home. And the tag is applied by Clark. It's a double play. A 5-2 double play as Parmigiani fielded the ball, touched third on his way down from his ascent, and threw right home to Phil Clark, who applied the tag to Oliver Dunn. And just like that, it's a twin killer, and there's 2 outs in the inning.
That is absolutely a twin killer. A big, big play there, and well played by Parmigiani. So he has had Matthew Kroon dialed up. He took a hit away from him on a diving line drive, and now he steps on the bag and then throws home, and a good throw at that, and Clark applies the tag for the double play.
Here's McCarthy Tatum. Already has a home run tonight with 2 gone in the 4th. First pitch. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, 0-1. And that's just one of those plays. Ball's hit in a perfect spot. Parmigiani's momentum took him right on top of the bag, and his momentum was already carrying him forward, so he was able to deliver a strike home to Clark. 0-1 to Tatum. Nunez deals. Breaking pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-1 to the righty. So Kroon is on first. Ethan Wilson moved to second on the 5-2 double play. Infield now at normal depth. Slightly shaded to the left side. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Keelan Kilgore continues to stir in the Fightin's bullpen. Looks like he's pretty much ready as his tempo is slowed. So it looks like he might get the top of the 5th. Nunez set at the letters. Here's the pitch. Right down the chute for a called strike at 95, 2-2. Tatum's home run snapped an 0-for-12 spell. And the hope is that can start a bit of a hot streak for Tatum. Here's the pitch. Ground ball slapped the other way past the first base coach's box foul. Count stays 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Kroon on first, Wilson on second. Bottom of the 4th inning. Fightin's lead at 1-0. Tatum's the reach. Cody Roberts, the 9-man, awaits on deck. Nunez set at the letters. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3, counts full. Wheels will be turning from Wilson and Kroon on the next pitch. Tatum with his home run, got his average back over 200, 203 to be exact. Nunez set at the letters, kicks and deals. And on the hands, pop fly towards the left side. It'll drift out of play, foul. And the count stays full. We'll do it again. McCarthy Tatum's driven an 8 this year. Love to tack on a couple of more and extend the Fightin's 1-0 lead. Nunez deals, runners go, outside ball 4. Third walk issued in the inning by Juan Nunez. That'll bring Cody Roberts up to the dish for the Fightin Phils, still with 2 outs.
This is an inning where you really need to make the Fisher Cats pay. I mean, they've given up 3 walks in this inning. Obviously, the double play took a ton of steam away from the Phils, but they're still in a position where they can break this thing open a little bit.
Roberts in from the right side, bases juiced. First pitch. Fastball misses down for a ball, 1-0. Cody Roberts 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out the center his first time up in the second. The sixth Fightin' Phil to come to the plate this inning. 1-0. Roberts takes inside for a ball, 2-0. Everyone's reached in the inning, but it was the 5-2 fielder's choice double play hit in by Matthew Kroon that is helped the Fisher Cats escape any damage so far. 2-0. Roberts takes inside, 3-0. You have to think that the former member of the Baltimore Orioles organization, Roberts, will be taking all the way here. Already 3 walks issued this inning by Nunez, 3-0. On the outside corner for a called strike, 3-1.
Well, it wasn't a get-me-over fastball because it was 97 miles an hour from Nunez.
Just nipped the outside corner, according to the plate umpire Austin Snow. 3-1. Ground ball hit foul, count goes full, and the runners will be off and running on the pitch. It's Tatum on first, Kroon on second, Wilson on third. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth, Fightin' Phils lead at 1-0. On a night that has been a bullpen game for both sides. Nunez deals the 3-2. Roberts slaps it towards the right side. Geraldo, the second baseman, to his left, has it. Throws to first in time. Side is retired. No runs in the inning for the Fightin' Phils. They get just 1 hit. They strand 3 on base. We'll go to the 5th. 1-0 our Phils on the Our Phils Radio Network. Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sunsips, Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Haro's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Our Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. In tonight's edition of the 4x100 relay, or in the Fightin' Phil's case, the by 9 innings relay, the baton gets passed to Keelan Kilgore in a 1-0 game. The Fightin' Phil's lead as he'll get the bottom third of the lineup for New Hampshire. The 10th game of the year for Kilgore, 1-1 with a 7.36 ERA. 16 strikeouts, 10 walks, over 11 innings pitched.
Speaking of running races, the vegetable race just turned into roller derby. Carrot with a takeout of broccoli turned into a 2-horse race that was ultimately won by cauliflower.
So first batter Kilgore gets Espino. First pitch is swung on and missed.
Keelan is 26-year-old left-hander, missed all of 2021 with elbow surgery and ultimately missed a good chunk of 2022 as well. Finally activated last year at the end of August.
Pitch is grounded towards first. Very friendly hop for Carlos De La Cruz, who will take it to the bag himself for out number 1. That is 6 straight Fisher Cats hitters retired by Fightin's pitching. And Zach Lingenfelter, a big reason for that. Went 2 innings, 1 hit. No runs, no walks, no strikeouts. 16 pitches, 14 strikes. Did what he had to do, lived around the plate, forced weak contact, and kept this a scoreless ball game. PK Morris steps on in from the left side. Morris 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. First pitch from Kilgore. Gets the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. It's lefty on lefty matchup as Kilgore toes the first base side of the rubber. Infield plays pretty much at normal depth. The 0-1. Breaking pitch that hung up a bit, counts 1-1. Keelan Kilgore, last pitch 2 days ago on Thursday, inning and 2/3, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. A walk and 3 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1. That one slap foul the other way, 1-2.
In addition to this being a bullpen game, so far anyhow, it's been a bit of a redemption game for both Adam Leverett last night, who started the first game of this series and got roughed up after an inning and change. Pitched excellent last night in the bullpen, as also Lingenfelter got roughed up in game number 1. And as Jake said, pitched a virtually unblemished 2 innings tonight.
1-2 pitch was a bit inside, so the count runs 2-2 to Morris. Both the runs that Kilgore gave up on Thursday came via the home run. 2-2 count to Morris. Kilgore kicks and deals. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. He gets him down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down quickly. That'll bring Zach Cook up to the plate for New Hampshire. 1-0 Fightin' Phil's lead, top of the 5th.
Well, we said it in our pregame show that this team for New Hampshire has scored a ton of runs in this series, 42 through the first 4 games to be exact. But as we saw with Tyler Phillips in the 1 win for the Phils, good pitching always beats out good hitting. So far, so good tonight.
First pitch to Cook, sails outside for a ball, 1-0. Zach Cook is 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out to second, his first time up. Up in the count, 1-0, and another lefty on lefty showdown. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0. Cook overall 0 for 7 in the series. Currently sits in an 0 for 14 dry spell. 2-0. Up with the letters for a ball, 3-0. Cook was activated off the development list just prior to this series. Also tied for second on the team in stolen bases at 5. He's up in the count, 3-0, the pitch. That one's rope foul towards general admission. Watch out over there.
That hurt. Whoever had their hands on that first, that hurt. That was smoked. And it's a full section. Both grandstands full, first and third base side. Again, last night, biggest house of the season at 8,200 and change.
3-1. Fastball on the outside corner. Count goes full, and Keelan Kilgore has worked his way back in this count.
That Cook put the bat down as if he thought that was ball 4 and headed to first base. Austin Snow says, stay right there, young man. It's 3-2.
Payoff pitch upcoming. Kilgore looking for a 1-2-3 frame. Kicks and deals. Balance it in the air well out towards right. Wilson backtracking, and he'll just watch it fly over the right field fence just to the left of the Reading Hospital Tower Health pool party. And Zach Cook has tied this game up on his first home run of the season. 1-1 in the top of the 5th.
And in hindsight, maybe it would have been a better thing if the home plate umpire had made that ball 4 for Zach Cook. Instead, he stays in there in 3-2 and drives one out of here. And again, there have been a ton of home runs by New Hampshire in this series, and not one of them has been cheap. Not one of them has been aided by the wind in any way. They have been bombs.
Snaps a spell of 7 straight Fisher Cats hitters retired in order by Fightin's pitching. Now back to the top to Dylan Rock. First pitch inside for a ball, 1-0.
I believe, if my memory is correct from last night, Jake, that's 14 home runs in this series for the Fisher Cats.
Counts 1-0. Here's the pitch from Kilgore. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Counts 1-1. Rock 1 for 2 tonight. Doubled his last time up. Grounded the second his first time. 1-1. Underneath it in the air towards shallow left center. Stokes, the shortstop's out, and he makes the catch. And that will retire the side in the 5th. 1 run on a hit. Nobody left on base for the Fisher Cats. We go to the bottom of the 5th, all tied up at 1 on the Our Phil's Radio Network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Bottom of the 5th inning as Juan Nunez remains in the game for New Hampshire. We'll get the top of the Fightin Phil's lineup in a 1-1 ball game after a home run from Zach Cook. Even this game up at 1 apiece in the top half of the inning. So Madison Stokes will step in to work against Nunez, who's back out for inning number 2 of work. Stokes is 1 for 1 tonight, also has walked. First pitch, in tight. It looks like he got a piece of the catcher's mitt, Clark. As Stokes, the righty, turned out of the way of it, counts 1-0.
Tyler McKay begins to throw in the Phil's bullpen. Now we get some action as well in the Fisher Cat bullpen.
Here's the 1-0. In tight again, 2-0. So looks like back-to-back off-speed pitches that Nunez has lost arm side. Slightly open stance for Madison Stokes. Here's the 2-0. In tight again, 3-0, as it looks like Nunez continues to struggle with accuracy on the arm side.
Got away with walking 3 in that last inning.
3-0 count to Stokes. We'll see if he has the green light. The pitch. Outside ball 4. Looked like he was taken all the way, so Stokes walks for the second time in a row.
Parker Carisi, who is getting loose in the Fisher Cat bullpen.
So here comes Carlos De La Cruz for the Fightin Phils. He's 0 for 2 tonight. De La Cruz a night ago was 1 for 5 with a home run, couple of runs driven in. His 7th home run of the year. Ready on ready matchup, first pitch. Up and away for a ball, counts 2-0. De La Cruz already pacing better in the home run categories. We'll get a mound visit here with Clark than he was a year ago. De La Cruz had 7 home runs in 28 games, a home run every 16 and a half at-bats. Last year, he had a home run about every 21 and a half at-bats, currently pacing for about 35 this year. Which, look, I mean, this day and age, if you can get a guy who can play corner infield or corner outfield spot who can give you north of 35, and we'll see if he gets above 30. Obviously, there's going to be lots of hot and cold streaks. Who knows what happens, but if he can give you 110, 115 games this year, I think 25 to 30 is certainly reasonable from Carlos De La Cruz. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. In tight again, 2-0. Nunez really struggling with his command right now.
So that's 6 straight out of the zone. Normally in this spot, you'd be in a spot of you got to see a strike before you swing. But with De La Cruz, maybe not.
2-0. Does swing, and he hits it towards the general admission seats on the right field line.
And I say that for a very specific reason, because Carlos De La Cruz loves the fastball, and in that situation at 2-0, after having thrown 6 straight out of the zone, you have to be thinking he's going to come with a fastball.
2-1. Another foul ball, similar spot on the right side. Count goes 2-2.
That's the thing that Carlos is going to eventually have to become better at. Not that he can't hit a breaking ball, but he can get fooled oftentimes with the off-speed pitch. But he has shown consistency with the bat, and obviously, as Jake said, he has shown great power as well.
2-2 count with nothing away. Man on first. The pitch. In tight, hits him right in the backside. De La Cruz will take first base as Nunez just continues to struggle with his accuracy. The third time De La Cruz has been hit by a pitch this year, and here comes Johan Rojas. And you got to think a guy like Rojas, who is someone who probably in the long term projects to be more of a leadoff type hitter, as here comes Cesar Martin. But Rojas was going to say probably wants to work a count, but probably still will try and see a few pitches against what's likely to be a new pitcher. And here he comes. So it's Alvernia University. Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. We'll step aside for a moment. We'll have the new arm for New Hampshire for you after this on the Our-Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
New arm in this bottom half of the fifth inning is Parker Caracci. His seventh game of the year, 1-0 with 2.57 earned run average, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts in 7 innings pitched. Opponents hitting 185 against him. And Holland Herritt runners on first and second with no outs in the bottom of the fifth inning. Tie ball game up at 1 as Johan Rojas steps in for the third time.
Gracie pitched in 2 innings in Tuesday's opening game of the series, gave up 1 run. It was the home run by Carlos De La Cruz.
Throw back over to second. Madison Stokes dives back in head first. Johan Rojas, the batter, awaits his first pitch still. Rojas, the righty, 0 for 2 tonight, strikeout and a ground out. Caracci kicks and deals. Rojas squares the bunt. Takes it for a called strike 0-1.
Interesting situation there. If, in fact, Rojas would bunt, and it didn't look like he was necessarily bunting for a base hit. It didn't look like it was more of a sacrifice type of bunt. See if that stays for the second pitch.
0-1. Rojas takes it in tight with a fastball. Counts 1-1. That last fastball at 94.
No indication on that pitch that he was going to bunt.
See if Rojas stays a hitter. 1-1 count. Caracci holds the glove high in front of his face. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike 1-2. Johan Rojas making his first start in a few days. Missed the last 2 after rolling his ankle in Wednesday night's game. All signs point to him feeling as close to 100% as he can. 1-2 is fouled back.
Yeah, just see if now how the timing is. Again, sometimes that timing won't even be impacted by not by missing a couple of games, and other times it can be.
In that game where Rojas left early, it was still 3 for 4. A double and a run scored. Long set from Caracci. Here's the pitch. In tight, Rojas scurries back. Count moves to 2-2. Rojas swinging a hot bat. 452 over his last 10. After a week where he hit over 500 at Hartford. Here's the 2-2. Rojas fouls it back. Count stays 2-2.
Just being able to be here and seeing what Johan has been able to do all through the season, you can just kind of see there's a distinct difference in his timing. He was all over everything right before he missed those last 2 games. And right now, it almost seems like he's fighting the timing of it right now, just trying to figure it out.
3-2. Rojas in tight. Backs out of it. Actually, the count was 2-2, excuse me. So now the count runs full to Johan Rojas as Caracci. Similar command issues that we saw from the previous arm, Juan Nunez. Missing inside arm side. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Rojas slaps it on the ground towards second. Fielded by Geraldo. Thought about going to second for a moment. Then he throws the first in time. Gets Rojas by a step. So basically, it accomplishes what he went up there initially trying to do. Moves both runners. De La Cruz the second, Stokes the third. 1 out for Oliver Dunn.
And you wonder, okay, why would you have your 3-hole hitter bunting? Well, again, he's trying to figure out his timing, but I'm going to go back to the inning before that where the Phils had some golden opportunities to put some runs across and came up empty in that inning. And so if you're Al Padrique, you get the first 2 guys on by way of a walk and hit by pitch, and you think to yourself, you know what, let's not put ourselves in a position where we can ultimately not get something out of this. Let's force something out of it and move them up. And now they're going to force Oliver Dunn to take the bat out of his hand.
So after home runs and back-to-back nights, Oliver Dunn is intentionally walked for Drew Ellis, who did double his last time up. So
Drew Ellis obviously is new to the Phils. We've been talking about that through all the series. But I can guarantee you, on personalities, this is the kind of guy in Drew Ellis who's not happy right now that there's an intentional walk in front of him. There are a lot of baseball players who take that personal, and Drew Ellis would be just that kind of guy to take it personal.
Counts 0-1 to Ellis as he takes that first pitch for a strike. See if Ellis can capitalize. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Lost his balance a bit on that swing.
Yeah, he was fooled on that one. I think he was thinking he was going to get something off speed, and they came with a fastball up and in. And he was starting to lean in a little bit, thinking it was going to be away from him, and timing was not right.
1 out with bases loaded. Bottom of the 5th, 1-1 ball game. Caracci set at the letters. And Ellis will call time. Pitch clock was down to 1 as well. But Ellis called time, so Caracci not charged with a pitch timer violation. Here's the 0-2. Ellis grounds one towards short. Backing up on it is De Los Santos. They go to second for 1. Their throw to first is low. Skips away from the first baseman Morris. 1 run already scored in Stokes. De La Cruz rounds third and scores. So it is a fielder's choice with a low throw from De Los Santos. His 3rd error of the season. Scores 2. It's 3-1 Fightin' Phils.
And so that will be an RBI for Ellis because you cannot assume the double play. So the run scores from Stokes, and then the error allows De La Cruz to keep on running and come around to score. And we have seen some of that. I mentioned this a moment ago that neither team has played brilliant defensively, but the Fisher Cats have been a lot more shaky in the infield over the course of this series, and the errant throw opens up the gate for the Phils.
Ethan Wilson, the batter. First pitch. Outside corner for a called strike. Man on first is Drew Ellis. Only base runner after Stokes and De La Cruz scored to put the Fightins up 3-1. Official ruling was a fielder's choice 6-4. E6 scores both runners. 0-1. Down low for a ball, 1-1. Wilson tonight, 0 for 1, walk and a strikeout. Bats from the left side. 328 overall in the season. 5 home runs, 18 RBI. Pitch. That one's fouled off the netting behind home plate.
So the fickle fate of baseball. Last inning, the double play, well turned by New Hampshire, takes the Phils out of an inning on the tag at third and then the throw home. Here, the failure to get the double play gets the Phils 2 runs.
1-2 to Wilson. Swing and a miss on a fastball up and in, and that will retire the side. Our Phils do get 2 in the inning. They do it on 0 hits. There was an error, a costly one, and 1 man left on base. Fightin's back up 3-1. We go to the 6th on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phil's mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
We're to the 6th. Fightin' Phil's back up. It's a 3-1 ball game now in the top half of the inning as Tyler McKay, the 4th Fightin' Phil's pitcher in today, making his 8th appearance, 0-1 with a 1.13 ERA, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks over 8 innings. First batter he gets is Miguel Geraldo, and the first pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner to the righty, 0-1. Geraldo 0 for 2 tonight. McKay gets 2-3-4 in his first inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And swung so hard that Geraldo lost the bat on the follow-through. More of a drop, not really a throw, as it lands just outside of the dirt circle that surrounds the plate. And Geraldo wisely asked for time. Keelan Kilgore went an inning of work. Gave up a hit, an earned run, no walks, and a strikeout. 16 pitches, 10 strikes. Very efficient work by the first 3 Fightin's pitchers so far tonight. 0-2 for McKay. Big swing and a miss. Made Geraldo look awkward again. And it's a 3-pitch strikeout. But overall, between the first 3 pitchers, Lingenfelter and Kilgore 16 pitches each. And Hernandez 26. Going to do some mental math out loud here. So 32 from the last 2. 58 pitches total. And they threw 40 strikes. So 40 of 58 pitches so far for strikes. First pitch to Damiano Parmigiani is foul tip back in and out of the mid of Cody Roberts, 0-1.
Yeah, I think they got a little bit more than just the mid of Cody Roberts. But mid actually came off. And so again, the home plate umpire will make that customary move, which is to walk the new baseball out to the pitcher to give the catcher a little bit of time to shake the sting off the hands. Tyler McKay, 25-year-old, originally from Lee's Summit, Missouri. Pitched in 25 games last year here in Reading, all out of relief.
0-1's down for a ball, 1-1. McKay last pitched on Wednesday against New Hampshire, went an inning. No runs, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts, and a no decision. 1-1. Down low for a ball, 2-1. McKay turning into a very reliable arm out of the Our Phil's bullpen. Great splits on both sides. Lefties hitting 0.59, righties 0.91 against the righty McKay. 2-1. Breaking pitch down and away for a ball, 3-1 to the righty Parmigiani, who is 1 for 2 tonight. Doubled in the first, popped out to the shortstop in the third. Up 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 3-2. That last pitch at 92, but really nice movement on that fastball. More of a sinker from Tyler McKay.
Thinking the same thing because he swung. Parmigiani swung right over the top of it.
3-2. Outside corner, called strike 3. Make that 2 strikeouts in the inning for Tyler McKay. And here comes the ever so dangerous Orelvis Martinez.
So to your point, Jake, about where the Phils are at this spot in the game, this is, again, is a bullpen game. But right now, you're at that spot where this now becomes what you would expect out of a normal game from your bullpen. You get through this, obviously you get through 6 innings.
First pitch, Martinez tried to hold up, couldn't. Called a strike 0-1.
So you've got yourself a lead and then turn it over to your bullpen and theoretically to get the final 9 out. So the 4 guys who have pitched to this point in time have done their job to get them to this point.
0-1 to Relvis Martinez. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch drops in for a called strike. 0-2. Martinez flew out the right. Wilson made that spectacular diving catch in the fourth. Hit by a pitch in the first. Had 2 home runs a night ago. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Right down the chute. Called strike 3. And Tyler McKay has struck out the side in his first inning of work. An excellent night from the R-Phils. Bullpen continues. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 Fightin's back after this on the R-Phils Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as the community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip-It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
For the Fightin Phils, third baseman Matthew Kroon.
Bottom of the 6th, Matthew Kroon leads off for the Fightin Phils. Bottom third of the order due up as Reading leads at 3-1 over the New Hampshire Fisher Cats in this the 5th of 6 games. This weekend's 6-game series. First pitch to Kroon, outside for a ball from Parker Caracci, who's back in for inning number 2 of work. Matthew Kroon 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded into that 5-2 fielder's choice double play his last time up. Next pitch, upstairs for a ball, 1-1. R-Phils looking to pick up win number 2 of this series. And then a chance at least a split tomorrow. Pitch to Kroon, in tight, has to wiggle out of the way of it. Count goes to 3-0.
There have been a lot of players hit by pitch on both sides throughout this series. And a near miss that time for Matthew Kroon.
So the count's 3-0 the pitch. Outside ball 4, Kroon works a 4-pitch walk. As the walks continue to pile up for Reading offensively. That is now 8 walks combined issued by the New Hampshire staff tonight. And that'll bring McCarthy Tatum to the dish, who has a home run already tonight.
Had this written down, Jake, as a note from for us over the course of this one. And we talked about Al Padrica kind of shuffling the deck a little bit with Kroon dropping into that 7 spot. I'll finish this as soon as this pitch is over with.
McCarthy Tatum, first pitch home. And tight for a ball to the righty, 1-0.
The last 3 games, the 7, 8, and 9 batters in the Phils order were a combined 1 for 29 with 18 strikeouts. McCarthy Tatum changed that in the second.
Here's the 1-0. Runner goes. Pitch outside for a ball. Throw to seconds offline. Hops past the second baseman Geraldo into center field. Don't think Kroon realized it. Also don't know if he would have really had a shot at third either. That's Kroon's 7th stolen base of the year.
Puts him 1 behind Johan Rojas for team lead.
He's 7 for 8 overall. And pitch was a ball to Tatum, so the count goes to 2-0. Obviously no throwing error charged to Phil Clark, as the runner did not advance on the throw. So just goes down as a stolen base. Clark, 21% on the season and throwing out base stealers, 4 for 20. 3-0. Tatum drives it on a ground back towards the middle. Fielded by Geraldo. He'll go to first in time, but Crew moves to third, so productive at bat for McCarthy Tatum. Puts a man on third, one out for Cody Roberts.
That's a lost art in this game. And again, if you talk to people who are old school baseball people, they'll call that winning baseball. That's not the analytics style of baseball, but that's what you do. You move a runner to third base with nobody out, and now with one out. You move him to third base, a fly ball gets him home.
Infield up, first pitch to Roberts, fouled back, 1 strike to him.
And why it doesn't relate in the analytics side of things, because in the analytics side of things, it's a wasted at bat or it's a lost at bat. It's a giving up of an out. No, it's not. It's giving up an out to move a runner.
0-1. Roberts takes for a ball, 1-1. Infield up for the Fisher Cats. All four, their feet on the edge of the dirt. Outfield plays normal depth. Cook, the center fielder, shaded a couple of steps towards right center, not much. Here's the 1-1. That one sliced foul towards general admission seats. That goes to 1-2.
Gotten peppered pretty good in this game so far.
I was going to say, that one not as hard as the last one, as it was a slice from a righty as opposed to a pull shot from a lefty. 1-2 the count to Roberts. Here's the pitch. In tight, 2-2. Fisher Cats pitchers have lived on the inner part of the plate and a little bit more inside tonight. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. In the air, out towards right center. Espino goes back. Should be deep enough to score the run. He makes the catch. Tagging from third is Crew, and it's a high arcing throw that comes in about a second and a half too late on one hop to the catcher Clark. Crew scores. Sac fly for Cody Roberts. And that's another RBI for him. His 4th of the season, and it's 4-1 Fightin' Phils.
Like I said, that's winning baseball. That ground ball by McCarthy Tatum puts Matthew Kroon at third base, and then that fly ball for Cody Roberts brings him home. It's winning baseball.
Bases clear, 2 outs for Madison Stokes. 4-1, Fightin's lead in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch home. Stokes slices it foul again. That one will land on the top row of the main grandstand. Counts 0-1. Stokes has reached base all 3 times tonight. Couple of walks, a double, and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Just misses inside for a ball, 1-1.
For what it's worth, just because we've been mentioning this all night, because it's part of the storyline, right? The Phils bullpen is quiet. So it looks like McKay will get another inning. And why not? After what he did in the inning he did throw. 3 straight strikeouts.
Here's the pitch. Stokes fouls it back. Count goes to 1-2. Stokes with a hit tonight, 292 on the season. No home runs, 4 runs driven in. This swung a very good bat for the Fightin' Phils. Pretty much an everyday starter. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-2. Stokes reaches, Carlos De La Cruz awaits on deck. Two. Outside ball 3. Tried to go back to the slider at 83. The count runs full. No action either in the Fisher Cats bullpen, so that at least Parker Carace's inning to finish. 3-2. Outside ball 4. Skips away from the catcher Clark, but Stokes will take his time disassembling his equipment and takes a jog down the first. So Stokes walks for the 3rd time tonight. That'll set a new season high. And Carlos De La Cruz, the batter, now for the Fightin' Phils. 2 outs in the 6th. 4-1 Reading. Man on first as De La Cruz, the righty, steps in. The righty Parker Carace on the mound. De La Cruz, a slightly open stance. Morris holds the runner at first. Set at the letters, here's the pitch. Down low and away for a ball of a fastball at 95, 0-1. 1-0 actually. So 1-0 count, 2 outs to Carlos De La Cruz. Carace set above the letters, here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss, fouled back from De La Cruz. Count now goes to 1-1. Ground out, strikeout, and hit by pitch that induced the run scored for De La Cruz. That came in the 5th. Sits at 7 home runs, 2 this week. 1-1. Low and away for a ball, 2-1. De La Cruz, who spent the last month and a half of the 22 season in Reading, was promoted to the Fightin' Phils on August the 1st from Jersey Shore. 2-1 the count. They'll throw over towards first. Stokes dives in head first, safe. As you can tell, much to the pleasure of the crowd here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Another great crowd after a season high over 8,000 a night ago. They're set to see fireworks again post-game. See if the offense can provide some too. 2-1. De La Cruz hits one in the air, shallow right. Into his left is Espino. Now he'll drift back and he'll make the catch, the right fielder does. That will retire the side in the 6th. Reading does get a run on no hits. They leave one runner on base. We'll go to the 7th. 4-1 Fightin's back after this on the Our Phils Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightin.com to sign up for.
Top of the 7th, Fightin' Phils hold a 4-1 lead. Like Reading's done much tonight, I'm going to make a call to the bullpen to Bob McCool. I'm asking you for a 3-out save.
It's the least I could do for a guy like you. Luis De Los Santos will bat as Tyler McKay begins his 2nd inning of work. And what an inning it was in the 6th for McKay as he struck out the side. De Los Santos 0 for 2 on the night. McKay, the 4th pitcher used by Al Padrique tonight. Dylan Lehman begins to get loose in the Phils bullpen. As De Los Santos squibs one to the right side, Carlos De La Cruz will use Tyler McKay covering for out number 1. And McKay has now retired 4 straight. 1 down here in the 7th. Bring up Phil Clark. Clark with 1 of the 4 hits so far for the Fisher Cats. He singled in the 2nd and tried to stretch it into a double, but was gunned down by a right fielder, Ethan Wilson, from the warning track in right center field. Grounded out his other plate appearance. The first pitch from McKay is a bit low for a ball. McKay last year split time between both Jersey Shore and here in Reading. 15 games for the Blue Claws and 25 here for the Fightin' Phils. So combined 40 games in total. Pitched a combined 60 and 2/3 inning. Struck out 47 in those combined efforts at both High A, Jersey Shore, and in Reading. Phil Clark gets ahead in the count now, 2 balls and a strike. Clark, one of 3 left-handers in manager Cesar Martin's lineup tonight. And he takes this one inside. Now it's 3-1. Christian Hernandez started. He went 2 innings. Zach Lingenfelter went 2. Keelan Kilgore went 1. Now McKay in his 2nd inning, and this one's hit high and deep for Phil Clark. Ethan Wilson back to the warning track, and makes the catch right in front of the fence. With Johan Rojas closing in, the communication between the two, and Ethan Wilson reaches out and makes the catch before it hits the wall in right center field for out number 2. Pretty good wheels between the two of them, with Wilson in right and Rojas in center. They can both cover a lot of ground. And a nice running catch by Ethan Wilson for the second out to bring up Sebastian Espino. Espino grounded out in his 2 plate appearances. First pitch to him is a called strike 1. McKay working completely from the stretch. And an off-speed pitch, and Espino way out in front of it. Tyler McKay, a very interesting story because he was part of the rehab process for one Bryce Harper, along with Victor Valdez, who pitches for Jersey Shore. The Phillies organization used the 2 of them to give Bryce Harper at bats to get him back and ready to play, coming back from his elbow surgery. And there's a swing and a miss, and Espino waves through it for strike 3, and another 1-2-3 inning for the Phils bullpen and for Tyler McKay. 7th inning stretch time in baseball town. When we come back, it's the Reading Fightin' Phils 4 and New Hampshire 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Marco Carisi remains on the mound, his 3rd inning of work for the Fisher Cats, and he'll face the heart of the order for Reading. Johan Rojas, Oliver Dunn, and Drew Ellis to bat here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Presented to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury with Swartz Culleton PC. Johan Rojas looking to be a part of the action tonight, 0 for 3 so far on the night. And big swing at a high fastball comes up empty. Johan had that batting average up over 300, had worked his way into the top 10 in the Eastern League with that plus 300 batting average, but the 0 for 3 tonight has dropped it now down to 297. 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. This one he lifts into right field. Espino to take a couple steps in and will make the catch for out number 1 here in the 7th.
Look, baseball is a sport of timing. You can take so many reps in the cages at BP, but until you're out there against live pitching, you really don't know what you're going to see. And a guy like Johan Rojas says, Cesar Martin comes out, so I'll keep this quick. A guy like Rojas just going to need a few games. He missed a few days. 2 games back, seeing some live pitching. Look, tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm confident that Rojas will be seeing the pitch as well again.
Looks like we will indeed have an Alberta University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen, so they brought Carisi back out there to get the right-handed hitter Johan Rojas. He gets the job done, and with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, we'll take a break. Back with more from FirstEnergy Stadium.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
New pitcher for the Fisher Cats is right-hander Hagen Danner. Danner did pitch an inning in Wednesday's game 2 of this series and struck out 2. He'll face Oliver Dunn. Dunn on base all 3 times by way of walks in this game. So officially 0 for 0. He was intentionally walked his last time up. First pitch from Hagen Danner is Dunn swings and fouls this one straight back. Danner, one of the top prospects in the Blue Jays organization. Number 22 prospect. He is on Toronto's 40-man roster. Right-handed pitcher. He's 24 years of age. Can throw heat. 97, 98 mile an hour fastballs. Comes with the off-speed pitch. And Dunn way out in front of it. Danner only switched to pitching a couple of years ago. Was drafted as a catcher out of Huntington Beach High School. This one Dunn fouls out of play. As recently as 2019, he caught 80 games in the Blue Jays minor league system in Class A baseball and switched to pitching after the COVID season of 2020 when there was no minor league baseball season. 2021, he began pitching. Comes with the 1-2 pitch, and it's over for a called strike 3. So Hagen Danner gets the strikeout. That's 2 outs now here in the 7th.
Just look at the difference between the staffs in this game so far. It's been efficiency. First of all, our Phillies pitchers, only 80 pitches thrown so far tonight. They've thrown 68% of them for strikes. Prior to Danner, that last at-bat, Fisher Cats pitchers 121 pitches, just 51% of them for strikes. So our Phillies staff is a lot more efficient tonight.
That'll bring up Drew Ellis. Ellis flew out to center field his first time up, doubled in the 4th, and then it was safe on an error after a fielder's choice that brought home 2 runs for the Phils. That gave them a 3-1 lead at the time. Phils have scored their last 3 runs in this game without the benefit of a hit. Walks, an error, and then last inning, a walk, a stolen base by Matthew Kroon, a ground out by McCarthy Tatum moved into 3rd. A sacrifice fly by Cody Roberts brought home a run. So Phil's doing it with a little small ball in this one. No balls and 2 strikes to Ellis. This pitch, however, is low and away. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Drew Ellis. And Taylor Lehman loosening up in the Phil's bullpen. Figures to be his job in the 8th. As Ellis takes another one low and away, ball 2. So Hagen Danner pitched at High A Vancouver in 2021 and then last year in New Hampshire, but he did have some elbow issues and missed most of last season from May on. This one lifted foul and out of play. So only pitched in 4 games a season ago. Pitched in 25 games the year before. That was his first year as a pitcher. 25 games, went 2-1, struck out 42 in 35 2/3 innings. 2 outs here in the 7th, and swing and a miss, and he gets back-to-back strikeouts here to finish the Phils in the 7th. We are through 7 innings. FirstEnergy Stadium in Reading, and the score, the Fightin' Phils 4, Fisher Cats 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phils birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium. More action for you tomorrow afternoon here at the ballpark. Sunday, Mother's Day. All moms get all women get a Our Phils pink hat. Fans also get to run the bases. Tickets remain for all Our Phils games. The Our Phils phone number is 610-370-BALL or online at ourphils.com. Then Reading Fightin' Phils will head on the road. They'll go to Somerset to begin a series on Tuesday. But the ballpark will still have some action. Monday night, Berks County High School Baseball Championship game will be here at FirstEnergy Stadium. And a good one set up for you as the Governor Mifflin Mustangs and the Wilson Bulldogs won their respective semifinals today. And as a result of that, they'll match up against one another here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Monday night at 6 o'clock. Come on out and see two of the best high school baseball teams in the county going after one another for the 2023 Berks County title. Again, 6 o'clock, first pitch here at FirstEnergy Stadium. As Taylor Lehman takes over for the Phils here in the 8th inning. And he will face the bottom of the order, P.K. Morris batting. 1-1 pitch to him is just outside ball 2. So Taylor Lehman, left-handed pitcher, facing what's back-to-back left-handers right now for the Fisher Cats in the 8 and 9 spot in P.K. Morris and Zach Cook. Morris has struck out in his 2 plate appearances so far. He's ahead right now, 2 balls and a strike, facing Taylor Lehman. And lines this one to left field, falling fast, and falls just foul. McCarthy Tatum gave chase. He had no chance to catch that. Unfortunate that one falls just foul. Now McCarthy's hearing it a little bit from the Fisher Cat bullpen.
Taylor Lehman making his 11th appearance of the year, 2-0, a 3.07 ERA, 14 2/3 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, 6 walks, has been super reliable in the Fightin' Phils bullpen so far this year.
Had a tremendous performance in the win in Wednesday's game, coming out and bailing out Tyler Phillips after Phillips had done such a magnificent job but got himself in a jam in the 7th. 3-2 pitch is a curveball and a beauty, and he locks up P.K. Morris, strike 3.
Lehman makes sense, bring him in against a couple of lefties. A, he has a southpaw. B, lefties hitting just .067 against him. I mean, righty's not too shabby either at 176, but when you got a guy who's sub 100 with the same side split, you know, that's your guy to go to when you got a slew of lefties coming up.
So that'll be the guy who has been responsible for the whole offense for the Fisher Cats so far, Zach Cook, with a solo home run in the 5th. And curveball from him, to Lehman to him as well. With that strikeout of P.K. Morris, that is the 9th strikeout recorded now for the Phils in this game. Phils pitching, I should say. Correct my mouth. That's the 8th strikeout recorded by Phil's pitching in this game so far. 1 ball and 1 strike now for Lehman, facing Zach Cook, who grounded out in his other plate appearance. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down, top half of the 8th, 4-1 Phil's on top. This one way outside, and now it's 2 balls and a strike. A chance to talk with Taylor in our pregame show a couple nights ago. After his outstanding performance, our pregame show brought to you by Mike's Sandwich Shop, in which Taylor reminded us that he had been to Mike's Sandwich Shop earlier that day.
I was going to say, same day. What great timing.
2-1 pitch coming from Lehman. That's just outside. Taylor, the long lefty, 6'8", 240 pounds, originally from Keystone Oaks High School in Pittsburgh. Played his college baseball at Penn State. 3 balls and a strike, now facing Zach Cook. This one lifted into shallow left field. Stokes, the shortstop, goes back. Tatum, the left fielder, will call him off, and they'll squeeze it for out number 2.
2 quick outs there for Tara Lehman, and since the home run, that's 9 straight Fisher Cats sent down in order by our Phil's pitching. So before the home run, it was 7 in order. It's been 9 since, so that's 16 of the last 17 Fisher Cats hitters sent down.
And that'll flip the order around now to Dylan Cook, 1 for 3 on the night with a double. First pitch swings and taps it towards short. Madison Stokes with a big hop and a long throw in plenty of time. And another 1-2-3 inning for the Phil's bullpen. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It's insurance time for the Fightins. They lead it 4-1.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseballtown.org.
Hagen Danner will stay on for the Fisher Cats here in the bottom of the 8th. Came in and struck out the 2 batters he faced in the 7th. Ethan Wilson, Matthew Kroon, McCarthy Tatum due up for the Fightins here in the 8th. Again, Reading on top 4-1. Win tonight and a win tomorrow. The Phils still with a chance to at least split this series. And the first pitch to Ethan Wilson is a bit outside for a ball. Wilson 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of strikeouts, surrounded by a walk. 1-0 pitch is way outside. It's 2-0. 96 on the radar gun from Danner. And he can get it up there 97, 98, also with a very good slider. This one fisted into left field. Long run for Dylan Rock, but he'll get there. A broken bat for Ethan Wilson as well. On a shallow fly ball to left field for out number 1.
And Wilson, you can hear the snap of the bat on that one, so he'll need a new piece of lumber, but so you got Kroon Tatum up as the Phils looking for some insurance run. It is a safe situation as Brett Schultz will be the next pitcher in, likely the 6th of the night for the Phils.
Kroon officially 0 for 2 on the night. Had a hit taken away from him by Palmigiani at 3rd. Safe on a fielder's choice. It was actually ended up a double play and then walked and scored in the 6th. Phils played small ball in that one with Kroon walking, stealing 2nd. McCarthy Tatum got him to 3rd on a ground ball, and then a fly ball by Cody Roberts got the run home. That gave them the 4-1 lead they have right now with 1 out here in the 8th. 1-1 pitch to Kroon, and he just kind of reaches out and slaps at that one. There's the good slider by Hagen Danner. And a very protective swing for Kroon. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Matthew. This one tapped towards third. Palmigiani has to range to the line. Long throw, and just in time to get the fleet-footed Matthew Kroon at first for out number 2.
Left fielder McCarthy Tatum.
I always love when it's a close play and the umpire still very casually gives the out sign. Like, come on, give me a little bit more.
This is another call for me. I'm the ump. I'm cool. That'll bring up McCarthy Tatum, who snapped a slump early on and got the Phils the lead in this one, as he hit one out on the Seidel Auto Group back in the 2nd inning for a solo home run. He's 1 for 2 in the night, also walked, and again had that very productive at-bat with the ground out. So it's been a good at-bat now, and so McCarthy Tatum lines one into the dugout, and his own dugout at that, so he's hearing it from his own teammates right now on the check swing that went right into the dugout, right in the direction of Tyler Hansen, the hitting coach, who's usually on that top step. That one bounces up there. Now it's count is 1-1. Chick-fil-A serving quality food has been their priority since day one. Chicken is the center of the menu. They serve only real breast meat with no fillers, artificial preservatives, or steroids. Chick-fil-A, 3 Berks County locations, Broadcasting Square in Wyomissing, 5th Street Highway, and in Reading and Exeter Commons in Exeter, a proud 2023 Fightin' Phil's team feed partner. McCarthy Tatum with a line drive, but it's speared by Miguel Geraldo, and that will end the 8th inning. Fightin' Phil's need 3 for a W. We'll have it when we come back on the Reading Fightin' Phil's radio network to the top of the 9th.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phil's fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phil's fans, see an R-Phil's road game, meet with an R-Phil's player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star R-Phil's road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the R-Phil's in Altoona Thursday, meet with an R-Phil's player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phil's fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at rphillies.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Brett Schultz will come on to get the toughest 3 outs in baseball. That's to try to preserve the W for the Phils. And he will come in sitting with a 3-run lead, just like he did in Wednesday's game when the Phils took a 6-3 lead into the 9th inning. New Hampshire made it interesting, however, with a 2-run home run in that game by Phil Clark in that 9th inning to make it a 6-5 game, but Schultz got the final out to get the save, his 2nd. And so he'll look for his 3rd save here. And again, he comes in with a 3-run lead. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Miguel Geraldo, Damiano Palmigiani, and Arelvis Martinez due up for the Fisher Cats here in the 9th. All 3 of those guys have done some damage in this series as they face Brett Schultz. Geraldo 0 for 3 so far tonight. The first pitch to him is outside for a ball. Schultz, 25 years old, from Maple Grove, Minnesota, played his college baseball for the Golden Gophers. 2019 7th-round draft pick of the Philadelphia Phillies organization. 1-0 pitch to Geraldo. Right back through the box for a base hit. As I said, the toughest 3 outs in baseball are those 3 outs in the 9th. That'll bring up Palmigiani. Been quiet in the last 2 at-bats. He had a double his first time up, popped up in the infield, and then struck out. Palmigiani, 4 hits in the series, 2 of them home runs and a double tonight. That's the 5th hit of the night for the Fisher Cats as Geraldo takes his lead off of first. That's in the dirt for a ball. I'll just remind you that Orelvis Martinez, who has been a problem child throughout this series with his home runs, 5 of them, is in the on-deck circle for the Fisher Cats. Brett Schultz has his work cut out for him right now. He's behind Palmigiani, 1 ball and no strikes. Check swing, over for a called strike. I believe it is 1 ball and 1 strike. This one hit hard to third. Kroon up with it, flips to second for 1. Dunn's relay is in time. Around the horn, 5-4-3 double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Brett Schultz and the Phils. And now Orelvis Martinez can only do a little bit of damage with 2 outs and nobody on. Big spot there for Brett Schultz. He got exactly what he was looking for. A ground ball in the infield, and the Phils turn 2. Martinez 0 for 2 tonight. 5 for 16 in the series, all of them home runs. Up high and in on the off-speed pitch for a ball. Martinez, 9 home runs on the season. 25 RBIs, 10 of those RBIs have come in this series. 1-0 coming from Brett Schultz. Checks his swing, it's low ball 2. Phil's back in action tomorrow, 5:15 first pitch here at FirstEnergy Stadium to finish off this 6-game homestand. 2-0 pitch over in the inside corner for a called strike. Tompkins Plaza will open up at 4 o'clock. The seating bowl opens up at 4:15. We'll have our pregame show presented by Mike's Sandwich Shop. Tyler Henson, the hitting coach for the Fightin' Phils, will join us tomorrow in our pregame show. 2 balls and a strike for Martinez. Again, checks his swing, and again, it's over for a called strike. Martinez doesn't like it, turns, does a little pirouette in the batter's box, and now steps back in. Phil's now 1 strike away, and the fans here at FirstEnergy Stadium can feel it. 2-2 pitch to the plate. Swing and a foul tip, and Cody Roberts holds on for strike 3, and the Fightin' Phils hold on as well for the W. Outstanding effort tonight by the Fightin' Phils bullpen, and they wrap up a victory by a final score of 4-1. We'll take a timeout, back with our postgame show right after this on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities in motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium where the Fightin' Phils pick up the W. Series now three games to 2 in favor of the Fisher Cats as Reading holds on for the 4-1 win. Recap the scoring in this one for the Phils. Got it started with McCarthy Tatum, who had been slumping of late, but McCarthy changed that in a big way in the second inning. Solo home run onto the Seidel Auto Group deck, and the Phils got the lead by a score of 1-0. Fisher Cats pulled it even on a solo home run by Zach Cook in the 5th inning and made it a 1-1 game. But the Phils played some small ball from that point forward, and they got some help from some control issues out of the Fisher Cat bullpen from Juan Nunez. Reading got the inning started in the 5th that put them in the lead with a walk to Madison Stokes. Stokes was on base 4 times tonight, 3 of them by walks and a double. And then Carlos De La Cruz was hit by a pitch. Johan Rojas grounded out, but he moved both runners to second and third. They then intentionally walked Oliver Dunn to load the bases. Drew Ellis hit a ground ball to second that looked like it was going to be a double play, but the relay by Luis De Los Santos was thrown away. That allowed Stokes to score and De La Cruz as well to come around to score on the error. Ellis gets the RBI on the initial because you can't assume the double play, and then the error allows the second run to come across. And the Phils had a 3-1 lead, and then they played some real small ball in the 6th. Matthew Kroon led off the inning with a walk, stole second. McCarthy Tatum slapped one to the right side for a ground out to second base. That allowed Kroon to move up to third base with 1 out, and then Cody Roberts played him with a fly ball, and on the sacrifice fly, he gets the RBI that makes it 4-1. But the story of the game was it was a bullpen game for the Phils, a much maligned Reading Fightin' Phils bullpen, but a combined effort from 6 different pitchers. Christian Hernandez started it. He went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits and no runs. Zach Lingenfelter was excellent as well, 2 innings, a hit, no runs. Keelan Kilgore gave up the 1 run, the solo home run to Cook in his 1 inning of work. Tyler McKay was a perfect 2 innings. He struck out 4 along the way. Taylor Lehman then worked a perfect 8th inning, and then Brett Schultz comes in to get the save in the 9th. Looked like it might get a little dicey with Miguel Geraldo leading it off with a single, but then the around the horn double play off the bat of Damiano Palmigiano made it 2 outs, and then Brett Schultz finished it off in style with a strikeout to end the night for the Fisher Cats and put the Phils in the win column. Keelan Kilgore will get the win. Juan Nunez will take the loss. Brett Schultz will get the save. That's the 3rd save now for Brett Schultz. That ties him for team lead with Max Coons. Time of the game tonight, 2 hours and 11 minutes. Played in front of 8,405. So yet another new record crowd for the season, breaking last night's top crowd of the season, which was 8,213. 8,405 at tonight's game, and now anticipating seeing some fireworks as well. But the Phils get the W. New Hampshire falls to 16-15. Reading now moves to 12-19. Back at it tomorrow. 5:15 Mother's Day. All moms, all women coming to the park tomorrow in an Our Phils pink hat, and all fans get to run the bases when the game is over. 370-BALL to order your tickets or online at rphils.com. The pitching matchup scheduled for tomorrow. Left-hander Josh Hendrickson goes for the Fightins. Right-hander Paxton Schultz, who pitched earlier this season, will go for the Fisher Cats. The Phils will go for the split tomorrow of the 6-game homestand. Again, 5:15 is first pitch. Plaza opens up at 4. Jake Starr and yours truly, Bob McCool, will be out on the plaza with our pregame show presented by Mike's Sandwich Shop, and Reading Phils hitting coach Tyler Henson is scheduled to join us for that pregame show. Hope you will as well. It's live on Facebook, and then you can hear it as well. If you miss it live on Facebook at 4:15, we'll have it for you on our pregame show here on the Reading Phillies Radio Network at 5 o'clock, and then we'll have first pitch for you here at 5:15. But better yet, we'd love to see you here at the ballpark. Come on out, see Reading Fightin Phillies baseball. The Phillies with a win tonight by a final score of 4-1. For my colleague in the booth, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. As always, thanks for listening to Reading Fightin Phillies baseball. We'll talk to you, better yet, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone, and thanks for listening.
3